That's the purpose of luxury marketing. You're going to feel like nothing if you can't carry these overpriced items, which, hey everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome to my video. Today we're going to talk about how to break your toxic luxury shopping habits. Do we want to break them? Maybe some of us don't. Thankfully, I do not have toxic luxury shopping habits, but I do have toxic shopping habits. I love shopping. I don't think I'm a shopaholic anymore, but I probably am. Social media fuels this. So rule number one, do not look at social media. Even if you're just looking at scrolling, like that's how I end up with skincare, extra 25% this weekend. Okay, I'm gonna stock up and I end up buying more things. But what I wanted to mention specifically for this video is do not follow social media for handbag trends, especially luxury handbag trends. It is not normal to have a closet full of 30 or plus Hermes bags. It is not normal to have a luxury bag every month of the year, every week of the year, it seems. It's not even normal to have one every year. I mean, even that in itself is a little extreme. The reason why is because luxury bags were meant to be lifetime pieces, not trend pieces. Unfortunately, now the scope of the fashion industry is all trend driven. And it's like extreme fast trend driven to the point where stores like Zara have a new collection every single week. Not just Zara, but I think every store has a collection every single week to keep up. Even men and their shoes, Nike drops every single week, every single day. And these guys are like clamoring to get shoes in their closet for what? And your credit card company just gives you higher limit. Go ahead and keep buying the thing, and your sales associate will be like, hey, I've got another piece for you. And you want to feel special and fulfill that. So you're going to do what you can to get your hands on yet another piece and another piece. This can be, very toxic. And also looking at social media, how many people have I had in my comments or in the store when I worked at the boutique questioning their own judgment on whether or not I should buy the bag. What will my friends think? Oh, I looked online and I saw this, this, and that, so maybe I should exchange the bag, without having any like judgment for themselves of why do I want this bag? Does it work for me? No, I'm gonna go online and see what people think. I'm gonna go on Facebook and see what people think, if they're gonna tell me to keep it or not. That's just a little bit toxic and unnecessary, especially if you're spending thousands. Okay, we're not talking about hundreds, we're talking about thousands of dollars based on the opinions of other people. That's very unhealthy. When people come to my house and my bags are all over the place, they grab the ones that are not common. They grab the ones that are not brand name just because they're different and they're realistic. For example, this one, this is a bag that everyone grabs and loves, and it's just a white bag. I added the scarf. This one is from Ateliers Auguste. I did a video on this. They did sponsor this bag to me. And it's very simplistic, very lightweight, and it's a great quality bag. You don't have to have logos to look good. And sometimes if you overdo the logo, it can look tacky. We all know that. Now, as I mentioned, it's unrealistic to think that you need more than one luxury handbag per year, or at the prices they're going now. Even one bag can cost you like $5,500 for a Lady Dior or a Chanel flap. That is a whole vacation. That's a whole nice vacation that you and your family can go on and enjoy happy memories together. Or do you want that $5,500 sitting on a shelf? I started this channel because I wanted to be the voice of reason. I am not the luxury shopper. I cannot afford to shop luxury. I'm just a regular dangler. And we can all aspire for luxury. We can all admire luxury. It doesn't mean I have to fill my closet with it. You guys have been watching me from the beginning. You know that I am a former employee of Louis Vuitton. I guess one of the things that people really believe, that we made enough money because we work for such a rich corporation, we must have a closet full of bags, and that simply wasn't true. We don't make enough to afford the items. We barely make enough to make our living expenses to make a living wage. I did that video, it was almost 3 years ago now, where I said I only made $25 an hour at Vuitton. People were flabbergasted, like, that's so much money. No, that's not a lot of money in California. It is not. And the way they work you to the ground for an extra like 0.1% commission, it's not worth it. Well, anyways, in the past couple of weeks, I got this really great comment from a former Vuitton employee who worked for corporate who claims that she had to live in low-income housing. And I believe you, sister, and said the same thing that I felt if the managers and everything is so poorly run that I would never ask for a reference from Vuitton. And that was their whole selling point of like, yeah, you can work here. This is what you're going to make. This is your commission, but it's going to be great on your resume. And none of that is true. So toxic. Before I worked for Vuitton, I never had the penchant for luxury. Even when my mom was offering her Vuittons, I was like, man, I don't love it. It's not my style. But it was only when I got into that environment that, you know, I did start to feel less than. Like, I don't have what these people have. I don't have the money that they have. And some of the employees there, like, they were kids of rich parents. And it kind of makes you feel like nothing. But that's the purpose of luxury marketing. You're going to feel like nothing if you can't carry these overpriced items, which really are just false ideals of a wholesome and good lifestyle. You must be a good person if you have these things. You must have some kind of status, whatever that means. So also recently I watched this video about this man who bought a fake Rolex and the way it made him feel. So I can get on board with that. If you have something luxury or even a fakey fake, it elevates your aura so that when you're networking, it boosts your confidence. Like, I can understand that as long as it's not that's something tied to your wallet, as long as you didn't like get into debt for it, because getting into debt, like that's the opposite of boosting your aura. But I can see how, you know, in certain situations, of course, you want to look like you have money if you're in a business situation. You want people to take you seriously. Like, you probably wouldn't, if you're looking for a financial advisor, you probably wouldn't hire the person who's driving a Toyota Tercel from 1995. You probably would put a little more trust in the person who's driving the Mercedes, whether the Mercedes is owned or leased. But you know what I mean? Like, so it does, like, I'm not going to deny that it has its place. But like I said, that's kind of like just a tool if you're building other things. Like if you're building wealth in your business, if you're building yourself personally, then that could be a tool. Now, that's not to say you can't desire or want. Like I said, like you can start your fund, just like I start a vacation fund every year. You can start a bag fund and those types of things that are okay. But what's not okay is like, don't drive yourself crazy trying to acquire things to impress people who probably don't even care. Like I just said, in the real world, me, influencer in the wild, like I don't care what other people are holding. I might look, but when I'm in the mall and I see that big line out the door of Chanel or Hermes, I'm like, what are you people doing? But in the real world, we do not actually pop into the homes of influencers or celebrities so that we can feel less than. But I'll give you a tip, if anything. Sometimes I'll just do like pop into an open house just so I can aspire of like, oh, this would be a nice house to have. But I look at the closet and I don't think I need 30 Hermes bags in here that I won't use. I mean, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying what's realistic. What is realistic, and social media is not realistic. So maybe you have enough money to aspire to have 30 Hermes, or you can have 30 fake Hermes, because a lot of influencers do that, okay? But like I said, I do understand its purpose. It's not to brag, it's just entertainment. Before social media, there was this show on MTV, it was called Cribs, where you go into celebrities' homes, and it was like, ooh, how rich people live. But guess what? Even that became fake. It turned out a lot of these celebrities like weren't even making the money, and they were living in rentals from their management company or rentals just for the show, and renting cars and lining up Lamborghinis just for the show. So it is entertainment. And if you haven't figured out by now, social media, it's also entertainment. It is just for the show. Now, I'm pretty authentic on this channel, but I would not have all these handbags if I were not a handbag influencer and literally had access. Send me the handbag. Yeah. Okay, they want to send me the handbag. Go ahead. They want to send me the jewelry. Of course, I'm not going to say no, but this is not like, I wouldn't go buy, this shelf was not meant for handbags, okay? It was meant for other things. And now because of my show, it is for handbags. In conclusion, there is nothing wrong with aspiring to want more. The part that we're skipping is use those funds first for things that build you wealth, especially generational wealth, long-term wealth, assets. I'm not a financial person. Like, one of the things I did was build a YouTube channel. So if you want to learn how to build a YouTube channel, you can contact me for that too, because I do have a class where I teach women how to build their YouTube channels. I actually started this channel thinking I will make enough to buy a handbag. And then as this silly exercise went on, I was like, I don't need to be wasting my money there. I think I'm ahead of several people as I started my savings when I was like in my 20s instead of buying stuff, and really proud of myself about that. But people want to skip the work to get wealthy and just want to look wealthy, and don't forget to skip the work. You can sacrifice, like make your handbag fun at the beginning of the year, make your vacation fun, and make sure you're still putting money into your savings and various accounts that will actually make you money. Everyone says buy Chanel, it's an investment, you can sell it later, and that's not always true. That's like saying, oh, you can sell your car later for more than it's worth. Well, you don't know what's going to happen to it while you're driving it around. So no, that is not a sound investment. A thing is not always going to be a sound investment. Trust me, you can still look good and fit in without overspending. If you're to this point of the video, guys, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. And if you want to support my channel, I do have a membership portion. My name is Michelle. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.